Hello, today we are recapping a 2020 movie called Trolls World Tour. It all began with the sounds of joy, jubilation, and celebration, as the entire techno tribe gathered to enjoy every bit of the sweet melody their music could produce. Every parsing moment in the techno music arena was amazing, until it was interrupted by a big sheep. A lady emerged from the sheep. She introduced herself as Queen Barb from the Hard Rock Trolls, the leaders of hard rock music. She claimed that she had come to take away the string that powers the techno music. King Troll X, the leader of the techno trolls, stood in her way, firmly stating that there was no way they could afford to lose their string, as it would also mean losing their music. However, Queen Barb laughed nastily and referred to techno's music as mere blimps and blues. She snapped her fingers, and her entire music team appeared, ready to deliver a one-time hard rock performance. This caused even more fear among the members of the techno tribe. As they began to play, they unleashed the power of their music, knocking the techno trolls down, and eventually destroying their DJ setup. King Troll X was forced to surrender the string that powered the techno music. In the next scene, we see the other side of the world of trolls. Here, pop troll music is being played, and everyone is celebrating their new queen named Poppy. Queen Poppy's desire is to serve her people and provide them with the best protection they need. They sing and dance to the tune of pop music. Amidst the dance, Branch, who is Poppy's best and closest friend, wanted to reveal an agenda he had. He had been secretly infatuated with Poppy, the new queen, but for various reasons, he was afraid to confess his feelings. Poppy, unaware of Branch's agenda, dismisses his attempt, thinking it might be their usual hug or playful interaction. They continue dancing and celebrating, having a great time until their festivities are interrupted by a troll named Gold Diamond, who is ready to give birth to a new troll. The group rushes to her side. Finally, the baby is born, emanating a shining brightness that fills everyone with joy. Queen Poppy decides to name him Tiny Diamond. Immediately, the newborn starts singing, and everyone dances and celebrates his arrival among the pop trolls. After the music had concluded, Branch found himself alone and considered it a second chance to express his love to Poppy, as his first attempt had failed. However, once again, he couldn't gather the courage to do so. He ended up changing the subject to discuss Poppy's extreme desire to be a queen, which intrigued her even more. In the end, he missed another opportunity. Before he could make another attempt, they were interrupted by Biggie, who was shouting and running towards them, followed by an unfamiliar troll they had never seen before named Debbie. Poppy caught the strange troll overhead, and Branch gently rubbed the troll's eyes to calm it down. They realized that the troll carried a letter addressed to Queen Poppy. It turned out to be an invitation from Queen Barb for a One Nation rock music tour. Suddenly, Poppy's dad snatched the letter from her and became furious, and ultimately devouring the letter in an erratic manner. Branch managed to use his techniques to calm him down. The group demanded an explanation for his odd behavior, and Poppy's dad began revealing hidden secrets he had kept from them. He claimed that he had concealed these secrets to protect them. Observing their fear, he suggested breaking into smaller groups and leading them to a hidden location. There, he produced a scroll and continued to unveil the rest of the story. He began by sharing that their ancestors had been inspired by sounds, leading them to create 6 different strings that possess the power to control all music. They could play techno, funk, classical, country, hard rock, and pop, along with any other music in between. However, as time went by, trolls became increasingly intolerant of each other's music. The elders recognized that the only way to solve this problem was to allow each tribe to go their separate ways, each taking a string. This decision gave birth to 6 troll nations: techno, country, rock, classical, funk, and pop. Since that time, these troll tribes have lived separately. Poppy couldn't see anything wrong with Queen Barb's invitation, as she believed that Barb might want to reunite the world of trolls through her music tour. Her dad decided to show them where he had kept the music strings of the pop trolls. They were amazed to gaze upon the shining string, and he urged them to do whatever it takes to keep it secure. He then advised them to go into hiding from Barb's potential attack. However, Poppy didn't listen. She stayed behind and sent a reply to Queen Barb through her messenger, Debbie, Barb's pet bat. Being aware of the other side of the world, Poppy became eager to explore it. She remained calm, checking if her close friend Branch would agree to accompany her. Branch decided to join her, and they embarked on the journey together with happiness. On the other hand, Cooper also couldn't resist the allure of the information he had heard about the other world of trolls. He had seen his lookalike in the scroll, and thought, "I must find my lookalike." As he prepared to go, he turned to bid farewell to his pop family, hoping to see them again at some point. Meanwhile, Queen Barb was gloating over her victory in snatching the techno string. She revealed her plan to string an enchanted guitar with all 6 strings, playing a powerful chord capable of obliterating all other music and replacing it with rock. Now in possession of 2 music strings, Queen Barb hoped to acquire the remaining 4 quickly. She summoned her dad, Mr. Jack, who joined in the celebration. As Poppy and Branch journeyed, Branch took out a book in hopes of learning how to pilot their craft. Suddenly, they heard groaning sounds, and upon investigating, they found Biggie and Mr. Dinkle hidden amidst a cotton candy bundle. As they discussed, Queen Poppy discovered that Branch had smuggled weapons into the craft for defense, which led to a confrontation. Poppy assured him that violence wasn't necessary in their journey. She took the weapons and threw them away. Their balloon eventually landed in the territory of the classical trolls, a city that had recently been burned down. Upon landing, they encountered a small flute named Pennywhistle. Pennywhistle informed them that the city belonged to the classical music trolls and was once a beautiful place where everyone enjoyed staying. However, Queen Barb had arrived, destroyed the city, confiscated their string, and captured the inhabitants. Upon hearing this, Branch suggested canceling the journey and returning home to protect their string. Unbeknownst to him, Poppy had been carrying the string all along in her hair. She revealed it, surprising and upsetting Branch. He questioned if she had lost her mind for bringing the entire Pop tribe on such an uncertain journey. In response, Poppy made a strong promise to Biggie that she would protect them and the string at all costs, using a practice called a pinky promise, sending its symbolic waves across the land. They decided to change their plan on how to stop Barb from destroying the remaining troll nations, and resolved to head to the country music trolls before Queen Barb could do further damage. Queen Barb finally received a reply to her letter from Poppy, her bat pet, in which Poppy demanded to be friends with her. This angered Barb, as she believed that true friendship required time, mutual care, and respect. To her, it was disrespectful for a stranger to ask to be friends. This led her to vow to go after Queen Poppy's string, and she issued a decree to the other troll nations she had captured, offering freedom to whoever would bring Queen Poppy to her. Branch, Poppy, Biggie, and Mr. Dinkle arrived at a city where the country music trolls lived, guided by a map. They concealed themselves to listen to the country troll style of music. The leader herself played the guitar, and her emotional singing moved the people to tears. Poppy remarked on the sadness of the music, but Branch reminded her that their music could reflect life's sad moments too. They approached the country trolls, introducing themselves with pop songs in an attempt to lift their spirits. They decided to sing as many songs as they could to make the trolls happy. However, Biggie's dancing accidentally caused a disruption at the table, leaving the country trolls even sadder. After singing for a while, the trolls were not moved, and the queen captured them, imprisoned them, and instructed them to contemplate the mess they had caused. She left to sing and clean up. In an attempt to escape, they tried digging an underground hole. Fortunately, a stranger named Mr. Hickory tore down the back door, allowing them to flee. The country music trolls pursued them after chasing them for a while and passing a lot of hurdles. Eventually, they managed to escape by falling into a lake. All saved and unharmed, that evening, Mr. Hickory fashioned a makeshift boat, a cappuccino, to float on the water for them to spend the night. Despite this, Branch struggled to trust Hickory. He advised Poppy to be cautious, but during their conversation, a melodious jazz music troll emerged in a colorful display. The jazz troll's music led them into a trance, causing them to lose consciousness and enter an illusion. The troll stopped playing and attempted to capture Queen Poppy and Queen Barb, but Hickory showed up and, wearing gumdrop earplugs, kicked the jazz troll into the water. This event heightened Biggie's fear, prompting him to suggest returning home. He realized that Queen Poppy couldn't guarantee their safety or uphold the pinky promise she had made earlier. As a result, Biggie and Mr. Dinkle left for home, leaving Branch and Queen Poppy behind, filled with apprehension. On the other side, Cooper struggled to find his look-alike troll, enduring great pain and hardship during his desert journey. Thirsty and hungry, he eventually collapsed. Fortunately, he was discovered by the Funk tribe, who lived in a spaceship, and brought into their ship using a bubble. Poppy and Branch were similarly taken up into the bubble and into the ship. Upon meeting each other, there was excitement all around, but Cooper was the most joyful. Not only had he met his look-alike, but he had also found his twin brother and his parents. It turned out that he belonged to the royal family of the Funk tribe of trolls, and Cooper explained that one day, while migrating, his eggshell had rolled from his mother and landed in the Pop Troll family, where he was raised. After discovering a picture of his look-alike, he set out to find his family, leading him to this moment. The king and queen of the Funk tribe welcomed them warmly, revealing their music. As they discussed their differences in music and Poppy's desire to reunite the world of trolls, the dreaded Queen Barb suddenly appeared, sending everyone into a panic, and they sought hiding places. Thankfully, Poppy and Branch were provided with a protective bubble that shielded them from Barb until they landed safely. As was customary, Branch requested that they abandon their quest and return, but Poppy resisted. This disagreement escalated into a heated argument, causing them to part ways. While Branch continued his journey alone, he was unexpectedly captured by a raggy family of trolls. They danced and sang together, pressuring him to lead them to Queen Poppy. On the other hand, Hickory met with Poppy and inquired about Branch. Poppy explained that they had a fight and he had left. She brings out the string and explains the reason for their argument. This saddened Hickory, but his agitation grew when he saw Poppy take out her music string. He urgently advised Poppy to protect her string and run to safety. Suddenly, Hickory's true identity is revealed. He had been a yodel troll all along. They had initially been hired to capture Poppy for Queen Barb. However, Hickory had a change of heart. A struggle ensued over the string, which was interrupted when Barb herself appeared, confronting Poppy. Before Poppy could escape, she was captured, securing the sixth and final string. Barb ordered her men to hold Poppy tightly, and during their conversation, Barb emphasized that Poppy's home was at stake. Meanwhile, Biggie and Mr. Dinkle finally arrived home, only to find their home deeply devastated. As the others emerged from their hiding spots, they recounted how Barb had attacked them. This incited Biggie's determination to rescue Poppy and Branch and seek revenge. The rest of the Pop Trolls joined their cause. Their journey led them to the land of the Rock Trolls. Upon reaching the entry point, they were halted by security guards, who informed them that only Rock Trolls were allowed entry. To gain access, they pretended to be Rock Trolls and put on a brief rock music performance for the guards. This display convinced the security, and they were granted entry to the territory. Poppy had already been locked in a cage placed on the stage where Queen Barb was about to perform, with the captured trolls serving as the audience. Poppy wondered if she could ever break free from the cage, fulfill her role as a queen, and protect her people as she had always promised. Suddenly, the performance began. During the performance, Barb showcased the leaders of all 6 troll nations to the audience. After singing rock music for a while, she was on the brink of playing the power of the 6 chords when Branch finally arrived on the stage with other reggae friends. As she attempted to use the power of the 6 chords on Queen Poppy, Branch immediately intervened to save her. However, he was transformed into a rock zombie by Barb's magic cord. Seeing this, and realizing that her magic was effective, Barb decided to turn all the troll leaders from the other kingdoms into rock zombies as well. From the country music leader down to the funk music leader, seeing that all her magic worked on them, she quickly sent the same power toward Queen Poppy, intending to transform her too. Poppy appeared to be transformed into a rock zombie as she fell onto the stage. Barb believed that she had gained control over Poppy, so she handed her the guitar, expecting Poppy to play hard rock music and convert others into rock zombies. However, upon taking Barb's guitar, Poppy played hard rock music for a brief period, revealing that she had been wearing gumdrop earplugs, a soundproofing skill she had learned from Hickory. Poppy reprimanded Barb for being a po-queen who failed to listen to her people. Lifting the guitar, Poppy smashed it on the ground, weakening Barb's power over all the trolls. The idea of a unified world dominated by hard rock music crumbled. All the trolls regained their senses, including those who had been turned into zombies. A silence blanketed the scene, and the strings began losing their power and vanishing, leading to the cessation of music. This caused the trolls to lose their colors, much to Barb's distress. At this moment, Cooper perceived his heartbeat through a microphone, creating a rhythmic beat with it. This beat inspired all the trolls who had lost their strings. Other trolls joined in with clapping, stomping, and various forms of sound making, reviving the power of their music. Poppy encouraged everyone to sing together as their colors were gradually restored. Recognizing the importance of different musical forms, and motivated by her father's support, Barb joined in. She regained her colors and eagerly accepted Poppy's offer of friendship. Now, every troll could freely play the music of their choice, dance, love, and tolerate each other once again. With one thing remaining undone, Branch gathered the courage to express his love for Queen Poppy. She joyfully accepted his feelings, and at that moment, they could finally embrace each other properly.
What did you think of this movie? Please comment below. And don't forget to support our channel by liking and subscribing for more videos like this.